Okay guys, we're going to do something really cool with Llama.cpp, you know, our tick terminal application for speaking with these chatbots. We're going to add a multimodal model, which means that we can upload images to it and actually query the model about it. So we can ask, describe it, we could ask it, say, what do you think the tones are? Do you think that this is scary or good? Or, I mean, you can ask all sorts of questions, kind of a precursor to, I would assume, like in the future, like a high forensic sort of image scanning. It's really cool stuff. So we're going to get this running locally on our terminal, and then at the end I'm going to show you how to just kind of put it into a loop so we don't have to keep reloading it. But before we do that, I would appreciate it if you like the video and share it, because it helps the channel and that of course helps everybody. So appreciate that. So moving on here, what we're going to do, we're going to pop up over here to our internet, and let's get over to our Llama.cpp page. So we type in Gurganov Llama.cpp. Okay, it's going to bring up this one. We're going to click it. Now, if you haven't already compiled your Llama.cpp, you need to go watch my other video and get that going first before you do this. Okay. Now, also one other thing. On here they have updated the thing, and you're going to notice that main, whereas we loaded stuff with main before, now it's called Llama-CLI. Okay, so just to keep things confusing for us, if you still have the old version of this, then it's going to work fine. You're just going to use your main. Otherwise, we're going to walk through how to do this. It's also in a different location, just to make things nice and confusing for us. But what we're going to do is hit Control F, and that's going to bring up a search window, and we're going to type the word BUNNY. Okay, it's going to bring us down here to a list of multimodal models. This is one we're going to work with because it is really incredible. Okay, we're going to work with a smaller version of this, but the bigger ones, if you can get them going and stuff, man, it's really incredible. Even the small one's great, but for the sake of this tutorial, we're going to keep it easy. You're going to see this is based on Llama 3, so that's very cool. This is the version that's fun to play with. If you get it going on your system, is this 8 billion parameter, and you're going to notice you need the gguf file for it. Okay, but what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down here to where it says the 4 billion parameter. Okay, we want to make sure this runs for the tutorial and it doesn't crash down with all the other video stuff going on. And again, we need the gguf because we're working with Llama.cpp, and those are the files it needs. Okay, so we're going to click that. It's going to bring us over to the page. Let's click on Files. Okay, and you're going to have your choice. Okay, just like always, you have the full version here, and then you have the quantized version. The quantized version is less resource intensive. It's almost as good, but remember in our video we talked about if you have a number that's 10 digits long, let's say, and you cut off, you know, it's a decimal number, let's say, that's 10 digits long, and you cut off 4 of those at the end, it's still basically the same number, it's just not as precise. And it's the same thing with this. It just makes it easier to run, but you essentially have the same stuff. Again, for the sake of this model, for this tutorial, we're just going to click on the quantized version. Okay, then down here we need to go to where it says mmproj model F16, and that one we're going to click and download it as well. So put those into a folder that you can easily access. Okay, especially if you're going to be typing this stuff in by hand, probably just on the C drive is a good place, but we're going to use a shortcut here in a little bit. So get those downloaded. Okay, then we're going to pop over to our terminal. Now remember I said that I pointed out that they changed the location of some of this stuff, so this is where it's at. We're going to find, if you have just made Llama.cpp, you don't have the main.exe anymore, you now have Llama-CLI, and this is how you find it. You cd into your folder, so cd Llama.cpp, then we're going to cd into build, and we're going to do a little shortcut. I'm going to put a backslash, okay, and we're going to type bin, so that means we're going in 2 folders down, and then release. Okay, and you can notice it puts us into this folder, and in here you're going to find Llama-CLI. Okay, now it didn't load because we didn't give it any parameters, but this is where it's located at. Okay, if let's pop on over to D here, my D drive, and the same thing. Over here, you're gonna, this drive over here, I have the old version, okay? So from here, all you would have to do, if you have the old version, is you would cd into Llama.cpp, and you got your main, and you're ready to go, okay? So let's go back to over though to my E drive. Gosh, I wish I could see this, would be nice, okay? And let's clear the screen, CLS. Okay, so we need to prompt this thing, or we need not prompt it, we need to actually execute it. So we need to know what to do. So we're going to switch back over to the internet here, and what we're going to do is we are going to go over to my website, go cognibuild.ai. Okay, it's going to bring you to here, click blog, and we're going to look for this post, BUNNY MMPROJ with Llama.cpp. So let's click that. Okay, you can read this later. Now, I want you to see this, Llava-CLI. When we're working with these multimodal models, we don't run them with main, we run them with Llava-CLI. Okay, so but you'll notice all of this looks the same as running a normal thing, except for this changes. Okay, now also look over here, just how with the new build they changed our main to Llama-CLI, they've changed our Llava as well. So with this one, this will be, if you've done a new build, this will be what we're going to copy. Okay, so I'm going to copy this one for now, okay, because I'm in there using this, but we'll walk through this. So this again is the execution. Say we're going to use a Llava model. The -m tells us this is the model we're using, followed by the path to the model. Now you're going to notice this is not an actual path, this is a placeholder. What you're going to do is, once we get it into, we're going to put this into a notepad so we can alter it. You're going to go to the folder that you downloaded the models to. You're going to right click on them, and then there's going to be an option that says copy as path, and then you're going to paste it into this area over here. You're going to do the same with the mmproj file, and then the same with an image. Whatever image you want to use, you're going to paste into here. So let's go ahead and copy this bad boy, okay? And then let's click on over to our notepad, okay? So let's go ahead and paste this in here, and then now what we're going to do is we're going to go into our folders and we're going to copy and paste them into there until we get something that looks like this, okay? So I've gone ahead, I've got the model set up, there's the mmproj, and then there's the image. This is the image that we're going to have it describe, okay? So we're going to just go back over to here, copy this, okay, and we'll hit, oops, we're going to go back over to our terminal window. Where's that? Okay. Now what we're going to do is just hit Control V, all right, hit enter, and now you can see it's going to load. Okay, look at that. The image is cute. Okay, this one asked the question, why is this image cute? Okay, to describe this image would have been more helpful, but this image is cute because it captures a tender moment between a person and a small, adorable puppy. The person is holding the puppy in their hands, which creates a sense of warmth and affection. The puppy's innocent and curious expression, along with its small size and fluffy appearance, adds to the overall cuteness of the image. That's really cool. That is pretty descriptive. That's pretty, and this was the 4 billion parameter. If the 8, well, maybe it would go more. And we didn't even just ask it to describe it. We asked it something specific about it. I mean, we could say, I don't know, you could come up with anything about that. Say, how old do you think this puppy is? What would make this image, more attractive to people? Whatever. You can ask it to describe it. What are the base colors of this image? And then you throw it back in there, which is really cool. I've used other Llava models before, and this works. Okay, it works very good. Okay, now it's a pain in the butt, isn't it, to be going back in here, and then I gotta go keep getting an image, pasting it in, doing that. We can do that, okay, but it would be much better to throw this into some Python code that would help us to create a loop. So let's do this. Let's highlight this. Let's copy it. Okay, now let's go back to our internet. Okay, and let's go over to Chat-GPT, and let's ask it, say, take this, let's see, this is Llama, this is Llama.cpp code that I would like to use in Python code. Make it loop so that I don't have to keep reloading. Okay, and then we can just paste it in there, and it will go ahead and give us some stuff to do. Okay, we're going to go ahead and wait on this. Okay, this actually doesn't look like that great a code there, so what we're going to do is pop back over to my web page here, and what we're going to do is scroll down here and just highlight it. I've already got this set up for you. Okay, the main thing of the GPT is to show you that you can use it to create a loop. Okay, sometimes GPT will give you code, and sometimes it's good code, sometimes it's not great code. So the joke is that you know, in the old days it was like take forever to write a code and then spend a little time debugging it. Now the joke is take a little bit writing time with GPT and then spend a ton of time debugging it. But once you learn how to speak to it, you can get what you want pretty quick, and that's what we did with this code here. Okay, so GPT wrote this. We can take a quick look at it, and you can see it's using the old one here. So what we'll do is we're going to want to change that. Okay, so but what you do is, let's go ahead and copy this GPT. Well, you're going to want to change it if you're using the new one. If you're using the version that still uses main and all that, then this is your code. This is your Huckleberry. Okay, so let's copy it, then let's go back to our notepad. Okay, same thing. We're going to paste this in here. We're going to make whatever changes need to be made, and then you want to save it. Save it as run.py or something like that. Okay, the extension needs to be .py so that it knows that it's Python. Name it whatever you want, and then save it into the folder that you're going to use. Okay, so then when we click back over to here, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to execute this in the version that I have that still uses main. Then when you pop back over here, you can just type in Python run.py. Okay, so then it's going to execute this. Notice it creates a link for us for our browser. We're going to pop back up to here. Okay, and let's go ahead and paste that in, and notice it's now brought up an interface. It has all the stuff described as image. Let's go ahead and grab an image. Okay, I've grabbed an image of a bear. Let's hit process. Okay, now I didn't add our NGL layers. Normally what you would want to do with this is you would want to add onto here something like this. Oops. And that actually will make it go quite faster. But I didn't play around with that with this one because I just want to make sure this runs smooth. So we go back to our browser, and we can see we've got the answer. The image depicts a large brown bear standing on a rocky terrain. The bear's position towards the center of the frame with his body occupying most of the space. So that's really good. That's incredible. Okay, you could keep reading. There's a mix of rocks scattered around. That's highly detailed. That's highly detailed stuff. That's really good. Grab that. Okay, you can ask it other questions. Is this a scary thing? I think I did that over here. Let's look over here. Is this image cute or scary? And it responds, this image is likely to be perceived scary due to the presence of a huge bear, which is often associated with danger. That's kind of cool. Now look at this other one I did. I threw in one of my computer repair advertisements here, okay? And it said describe an image, and it goes ahead, it gives everything, but then it catches the words. There's a yellow sign that reads computer repair, and another sign that says $20, okay? That's really cool. So it actually can get words. You can ask it questions about the words and the text. This is a powerful thing. This is called BUNNY. I mean, this thing works incredibly well. Okay, I've used other ones that don't work that well. This is your Huckleberry. So it runs very easy. You saw that. We simply went to our Llama.cpp page, found the BUNNY Multimodal. We went there, downloaded the files, okay? Went over to the website to get a prompt. Just save that to get an execution script. Go ahead and just save that somewhere on your file and on your computer. And then we went ahead and pasted in the locations of the models, location of the image. We executed it in the terminal, and she went bap. She answered. Then we said we won't get clever. So we took our original execution code, put it into GPT, had it give us a loop that we can use with Gradio, okay? And then we executed it, and then we can sit there and go all day long. You can put up new images, do whatever without having to hit the command line again. I do want to show you one last thing before we go here. If you are running this, you try to execute your run.py file, and it says that it can't find Gradio, then simply type pip install Gradio, okay? And it will go ahead and do that for you, okay? Mine's already there. So that is your quick and dirty how to get into playing with stuff. Really cool stuff, guys. Make something good out of it. I'm going to show you another video. They have other ones that you get more into detail. Like if you try to do, say, someone with a swimsuit with this or something like that, it might not answer. So this is a censored multimodal. So, or if there's violence or something that it doesn't want to describe, it's not going to. So I'm going to look at another one. You can look at my next video where we actually run something that's uncensored. It's not that it's going to get pervy on you, but it will at least answer you on some things that this one won't. But again, if you're 99% of what you're doing, this is going to be perfect for you, and it works awesome. So hit me up, let me know how it works for you. As always, you stay good, get outside, get some sun, and we will catch you on the flip side of the flip side.